this video, we're going to look at how you can really work with different widths and what are called width profiles within Illustrator. And so I'm just going to give you some basic overviews, and then we'll look at two applications of this technique. So we're going to start just by drawing a simple curve using our pen tool. And so I've just got a really gentle curve there. And so this is generally what a line would look like. So same size, all uniform, but we can change that. So I'm going to select that path, and I'm going to start by showing you the width tool. So when I select the width tool, you'll automatically see a little change in how things look. What I can do is click on these anchor points to expand or to contract the stroke. I can even change it throughout that stroke. So we just created a new width profile. Well, let's say that this is kind of the coolest width profile in the world, and we want to make sure that we can maybe reuse it in a few ways. Well, we can save this. So you'll notice right up here we have all kinds of different width profiles. I can click here to add this one to my profiles. And so I'm going to call this our wave. And so our wave profile is now in here, and we can utilize it along with the other profiles. So let's draw a new stroke and experiment with some new profiles. And just to show you that we can use this with all different tools, I'm going to draw with the pencil tool next. So we'll draw some curves with that. And notice it's automatically applying the width we created. Now, the reason why it's doing that is because I have a special setting established. So in my appearance menu, I have unchecked New Art has basic appearance. By default, that is selected. So here's what happens when you have that selected. Every time I draw a new line, I would have to come up, I would have to apply my width profile and continue. If I've been drawing with one width profile, I probably want to continue drawing with that. So I recommend going into that appearance and just unchecking that. Let's see this in action. So I have a couple of sketchy florals that I was working with, and they look kind of flat with this basic look. So I'm going to experiment with different width profiles. So let's start with our stem here. And I can just come in and apply different width profiles. And as I change the weight of the stroke, you can see I'm getting different looks. And so we'll just apply a couple of others. And so if I want this to flip around, I can go into my stroke menu. And here's the option to flip that. So if I flip it, now that thick side is on the outside. So I can go through and apply different width profiles, create my own, whatever I want to do there. I find this technique to be great to use when I might be working on traced portraits. So typically, I would come in and either use a pen tool or a pencil tool, and if I wanted to get her eyes, I'm just going to select that, and then there's my width profile. How cool is that? And so it really brings a lot of detail once you start combining it with your stroke size and different options. All of those profiles can really take your art to new levels.